person with limited seating, and an unlimited number for in-person public comments. For information on how to reserve a seat for future meetings or how to sign up for in-person public comments, please visit the city's website at cityofmenifee.us and click on the agenda icon. For anyone who is watching this meeting at home and would like to provide public comments, you must register to speak by emailing publiccomments@cityofmenifee.us prior to the item being heard. Be sure to identify which items you would like to speak on. You will receive instructions on how to participate during the meeting. Could the clerk please call roll?
Commissioner Ledoux,
Here.
Commissioner Thomas,
Here.
Commissioner White,
Here.
Vice Chair Madrid,
Here.
and Chair Diedrich.
Here. Commissioner Thomas, can I get you to lead the flag salute, please?
Yes. Ready, begin. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. No presentations tonight. We'll move on to item number 5. Are there any modifications to the agenda?
No modifications.
Thank you. Can I get approval from the commission to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to item number 6, public comments. Clerk, are there any requests to speak tonight?
No public comments.
Thank you. Moving on then to item number 7, approval of the minutes. Could I ask the Planning Commission to please approve the March 24, 2021 minutes?
Sorry, stand by.
The pressure's on now that the public's back in the room with us.
Gotta be on our A game now.
Gosh, dang it.
Dramatic pause.
I'll do a roll call vote if you guys are ready.
Sure.
Can I get a motion?
I motion we accept the minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
And all in favor is okay for that.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Yep.
Passes. No items on the consent calendar tonight. Moving on to item number 9, public hearing items. 9.1, Major Master Sign Program number PLN 19-0035 for McCall Plaza. Could the Community Development Director please introduce this item?
Thank you, Chair, members of the Commission. This evening, item 9.1 will be presented to you by Associate Planner Desiree Bowden.
Good evening, Chair, Commission. I'm Desiree Bowden. I'll be presenting item number PLN 19.003 for the Major Master Sign Program for McCall Plaza. The project is located at the southeast corner of the intersection of McCall Boulevard and Sherman Road. The project site is currently under construction for the previously approved 12,380 square foot McCall Plaza. The general plan and zoning for this site is Economic Development Corridor, McCall Boulevard, and encourages convenience goods and services to the surrounding neighborhoods and communities within the area. The described uses are compatible with the zoning classification of Economic Development Corridor, McCall Boulevard, which allows retail to surrounding residential and the Major Master Sign Program as an underlying requirement to the approved commercial plaza. Some background to the site. On October 25th, 2017, the Planning Commission approved the McCall Plaza project for a 12,380 square foot retail center on 8.85 acres for a 3,100 square foot gas station convenience store with 8-pump fuel station and 4-pump diesel fuel station, a 2,080 square foot self-service drive-through car wash, a 3,100 square foot fast food restaurant, a 3,200 square foot fast food restaurant, and a 1,000 square foot retail store. The Major Master Sign Program was a requirement set forth by the Planning Commission as a condition of approval that the sign program require approval by the Planning Commission. Typically, a project of this type would require a minor sign program. However, the applicant is requesting the addition of separate fuel pricing signs. One proposed to be located on McCall Boulevard and 2 LED fuel pricing signs on the west elevation of the diesel fuel canopy for the diesel fuel pricing. Because of the Business and Professions Code, Chapter 14, Article 12, Section 13531A, the diesel fuel pricing cannot be located on the same sign as regular fuel. The Major Master Sign Program lays out the wall sign location, size limitations, and sign specifications for building sign addition to the monument signs. The sign program proposes one internally illuminated corner monument located at the intersection of McCall Boulevard and Sherman Road and will include 3 tenant signs. 2 ARCO regular fuel pricing monument signs, one located on McCall Boulevard and one located on Sherman Road. 1 internally illuminated ARCO diesel fuel pricing monument located on McCall Boulevard. 4 internally illuminated future tenant wall signs proposed for the front elevation of the buildings facing McCall Boulevard. 1 internally illuminated channel wall AM/PM wall sign facing Sherman and McCall Road. 1 illuminated channel wall car wash exit sign. 1 illuminated channel wall car wash enter sign. 2 internally illuminated car wash menu signs. 1 internally illuminated car wash entrance sign, including clearance bar, and 1 internally illuminated fuel canopy, Spark Arco logo, and channel letters. 2 digital diesel fuel pricing signs located on the diesel fuel canopy, and 2 internally illuminated restaurant menu signs. The corner monument will be located at the southeast corner of McCall Boulevard and Sherman Road and will identify the new McCall Plaza site and the future tenants of the plaza. The monument sign will have channel lettering for the identity with 3 internally illuminated tenant signs. Additionally, the monument will have decorative veneer stone and decorative cap and mimic the ARCO entry monument located at the corner of Menifee Road and Newport Road as required by the conditions of approval by the Planning Commission in 2017. 2 monument signs are proposed for the ARCO regular gas fuel price signs. 1 located on Sherman Road and 1 located on McCall Boulevard to identify the ARCO gas station and gas pricing. Both signs will also have design compatibility and complement the corner monument sign of McCall Plaza. Each monument sign will be a little over 24 square feet of sign area and 8 feet in height. The originally approved project was for the proposed gas station convenience store, drive-through car wash, retail store, and 2 fast food restaurants. The Major Master Sign Program includes 4 tenant signs which will be applied to the front elevation of each establishment. 1 for AM/PM convenience store, 1 for the one for each of the fast food restaurants, 1 for the retail store. Once it is determined who the tenants will be, they will be required to come in and submit approval for their signage. The proposed directional illuminated letter signage for the car wash will be located on the southern elevation of the building for the enter sign, which will include a freestanding internally illuminated car wash enter sign and clearance bar. The northern elevation will include the illuminated exit sign. The car wash also proposes 2 6x2 internally illuminated menu boards for the drive-through car wash. Per table 9.225130-1 of the municipal code states each drive-through for the car wash and fast food restaurants are allowed 1 clearance bar and 2 menu boards and are not counted as part of the signs, signs either in terms of number or area. The proposed LED diesel gas sign is a request of the applicant as additional signage, which would provide more specific pricing identification for diesel fuel pricing for the 4-pump diesel fuel station located south on the project site, behind the Arco gas station. As a requirement of the Business and Professions Code, Chapter 14, Article 12, Section 13531A, the diesel fuel pricing must be advertised and clearly displayed as separate pricing from regular Arco gas fuel since the diesel fuel is a separate entity for the Arco brand and according to the applicant cannot share pricing signage. Additionally, BPC requires the pricing medium be clearly visible from the street or highway adjacent to the premises. The intent is to provide motorists with the price information prior to entering the station, so that she can make a decision to purchase fuel at the price listed or not. This requirement is designed to prevent abusive practices from occurring. Per section 9.70020B of the city's municipal code for sites that require exceptions to the development standards for sign programs, the project shall be a major master sign program and presented before the Planning Commission for approval. The applicant is making an exception to the development standards for the signage, requesting the addition of the LED diesel fuel proposed to be located on the McCall Boulevard and the 2 LED fuel pricing signs on the diesel fuel canopy. The signs for the diesel fuel canopy will be located on the front elevation of the sign and will have a 1/4-inch thick flat cut aluminum channel lettering and painted white. Additionally, the diesel fuel canopy will have 2 LED fuel price displays, one for biodiesel fuel and one for exhaust diesel fuel, located on the west elevation of the canopy. Lastly, the canopy, Arco sign, and Spark logo will be located on the north elevation for the Arco regular gas canopy. The Arco fuel sign will have 20-inch internally illuminated channel lettering with a 36-inch Spark logo. The major master sign program can be categorically exempt from CEQA under section 15311 accessory structures because the section applies to construction or placement of minor accessory structures to existing commercial, industrial, or institutional facilities, including on-premise signs. The proposed project is an application for a major master sign program to add on-premise signs for the McCall Plaza establishment and therefore can be exempt from CEQA. In conclusion, staff recommends to the Planning Commission to conduct a public hearing and adopt the Planning Commission resolution and approve plot plan number PLN 19-003 subject to the attached conditions and approval and based upon the findings and conclusions of this project. This concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Bowden. Commissioners, any questions for staff at this time?
I had a question. Thank you for the presentation. So just so I'm clear, it looks like one of the signs for Arco had the gas prices, and then it also had a diesel price on there. And so is Arco going to be selling gas and diesel, and then the one on the back is going to be a separate diesel
Yes.
companies? Oh, okay.
Yes, so
Interesting.
they're
Okay.
both, they're under the same umbrella, however, they're separate entities and they're required to
Wow.
have separate pricing. And
Okay.
so we weren't aware of this information, but it was brought to us, so we had them supply the information from the BPC
Sure.
so we could address that
Interesting.
accordingly.
I don't think I've seen that before, but interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions for staff?
And so, besides the monument sign for the diesel gasoline, there's also going to be the LEDs in the canopy also.
Yes.
So they can see that.
Yes, that was an option we asked for. Instead of having the LEDs front Sherman Road and McCall Boulevard, we felt that was just a little bit too much visual lighting, especially at night for those two roads. So the most active road, I believe, is McCall Boulevard. So we suggested to put it on McCall Boulevard and on the canopy on Sherman Road.
And the diesel station's on the backside anyhow.
Yes,
Sherman.
yes.
Thank you.
Being that there's a separate commercial fueling for the diesel, are those at different rates? I don't know if you know that or not. Are they at different rates?
I believe they are, because on the regular Arco monument sign, there is the diesel fuel for average customers driving maybe trucks or something that have diesel. The diesel fuel canopy is specific for larger vehicles like your RVs, your commercial trucks that require diesel fuel.
Okay, I have a question. So what are the dimensions of the monument sign again? I see 9 foot high, 8 feet.
8.
It's a max 8.
And how far back is it from the right-of-way line?
Which one are you referring to?
The big sign, the
The
monument
major sign. It's right on the corner. It fronts the plaza.
So Yolanda, you checked it for sight distance, right? There's no blockage, or because that's a big sign. I'm sure it's standard, but okay, I was just curious. Thank you. Good job.
No more questions? Then we'll open the public hearing at 6:20 p.m. Clerk, has this hearing been legally noticed?
Yes, it has.
And has any correspondence been received on this matter?
No correspondence.
Thank you. Are there any public comments?
No public comments.
Thank you. Does the applicant wish to speak on this matter?
IT, do we have
Thank you.
Oh.
Kathleen Corbin
Hi.
available?
She's on.
There she is.
This is Kathy Corbin from Jones Sign. I think Desiree did a wonderful job presenting, and I'm here if you have any questions.
Commissioners, any questions for the applicant? No questions. Other than applicant, do you agree to the conditions of approval?
Yes.
Great, thank you. No further questions, and we will close the public hearing at 9:21 p.m. Or sorry, 6:21 p.m. It feels like 9:21 apparently. Glad everybody was listening there. Commissioners, any comments or discussion on this matter? Hearing none, there's one resolution for adoption tonight. Can I get a motion and a second to adopt a resolution approving Major Master Sign Program number PLN 19-0035?
That motion passed 5-0.
Thank you. Moving on then to item number 2, ARCO at Newport and Bradley Monument Sign and Administrative Relief PLN 20-0135 and PLN 20-0125. Community Development Director, can you please introduce this item?
Thank you, Chair, members of the Planning Commission. This item before you will be presented virtually by Senior Planner Tamara Harrison. Tamara, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you all hear me?
We can.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commissioners. Tamara Harrison presenting for staff. Agenda item 9.2 is plot plan number PLN 20-0135 and administrative relief number PLN 20-0125. Next slide, please. The project site is located at the southwestern corner of Newport and Bradley Roads and currently contains an existing ARCO AM/PM service station. Next slide, please. The general plan and zoning designation of the site is the CalNEVA specific plan number 208. More specifically, the project site is located within planning area 3-5 of the specific plan and has been designated for retail commercial uses. Next slide, please. The plot plan proposes a new 30 square foot digital monument sign for gas pricing with an overall height of 8 feet. The existing pole sign at the site is not being proposed for revisions at this time. And the administrative relief is proposing the allowance of 2 signs along the Newport Road frontage. I guess I should mention, as detailed in the staff report, this particular proposal was previously approved by the Planning Commission back in January of 2017. However, that approval expired, and so the applicant was required to bring in new applications for the proposal. Next slide, please. So here we have the site plan. You'll see in the southwestern portion of the site is the existing main building, which is the convenience store. The gas canopy is located in the centralized portion of the site. And towards the northwestern corner of the site in the red writing there, you'll see the location of the proposed 30 square foot monument sign. And to the northeastern portion of the site in the red there, you'll see the location of the existing pole sign at the site. Next slide, please. This is the proposed elevation for the monument sign. Again, it's a 5x6 overall 30 square foot monument sign with an overall height of 8 feet. It will include architectural enhancements of stone veneer at the base of the sign, as well as an aluminum cap and trim. And it will have a digital copy for the face. Next slide, please. The city's code allows for administrative relief process, which is intended to allow for flexibility in our sign regulations. And the code requires an administrative relief approval when any deviation is proposed from the sign regulations. Next slide, please. The administrative relief request before you today is directly related to the total number of signs along the Newport Road frontage for the site. So as previously mentioned, there's an existing 20-foot pole sign located along the Newport Road frontage, and the proposed 30 square foot monument sign would also be along that Newport Road frontage for a total of 2 signs located along Newport Road. However, the sign code allows a maximum of 1 sign per street frontage. So the applicant is asking for relief from that standard in an effort to allow both of the signs along the Newport Road frontage. And the primary reason for that request is the lack of visibility of the existing service station due to the construction of the shops at Newport Commercial Center, which is located to the west of the site. That's the center that contains the Dunkin' Donuts. Next slide, please. The proposed location of the monument sign is also located within the ultimate right-of-way for Newport Road. So as such, our city's engineering department has conditioned the project to enter into a relocation agreement with the city for the monument sign, basically stipulating that the sign would need to be relocated elsewhere on site once the widening of Newport Road to the ultimate right-of-way takes place. Next slide, please. The project was determined to be exempt from CEQA per section 15.311 accessory structures. Next slide, please. And so with that, staff recommends that the Planning Commission conducts a public hearing and adopt a Planning Commission resolution approving plot plan number PLN 20-0135 and administrative relief number PLN 20-0125, subject to the conditions of approval and based upon the findings and conclusions incorporated in the staff report. This concludes staff's presentation, and I'm available for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. Commissioners, any questions to the staff? No questions. Good job. Then we will open the public hearing at 6:29 p.m.
Chair?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
I may, in your blue folders, there also is a memo regarding this item and clarifying that there are no proposed changes to the existing pole sign.
Thank you. So noted. Clerk, was this hearing legally noticed?
This was legally noticed.
Thank you. And have we received any correspondence?
No other correspondence.
No other correspondence other than what was just noted. Thank you. Are there any public comments on this matter?
No public comments.
Thank you. Is the applicant or their representative online, and do they wish to speak?
Hello, good evening. Thank you very much. Tamara Harris, thank you very much for your report. And I'm here for any questions. I do want to address one of the items that was just brought up in regards to modifications to the existing sign pole, but I'll address that when available.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions for the applicant?
You said you're going to address the pole sign and the future of that?
That's correct. ARCO has implemented a new program that we're currently working on, where they're going to be adding dual pricing to their existing sign systems. Basically, a reface of the pricing portion of all their ARCO signs, pole signs, monument signs, to incorporate the new dual pricing, cash credit, and also to take advantage and do the LED digital price displays. Especially in this case, as the pole signs are considered unsafe now with the changing of the old school plastic numbers.
And that would be by way of a separate.
That is
matter.
not part of this proposal. That is not something that we've reviewed, and that's not something that is under consideration right now. Any future proposals by the applicant to make modifications to the pole sign would be reviewed separately for consistency with the city's development code.
So the question is, instead of the monument sign, if the long-term objective is to put the electronic signage so you can change it and for safety purposes, why would you not want to do that now?
Again, we were under the impression that we could include it just as a part of the partial review on this hearing, just to bring it to the attention that either if it's a separate submittal, absolutely, I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to bring it to the attention of the board because I wasn't sure what that type of submittal was going to be. Didn't want to have to go through another planning commission meeting and another submittal fees. But if I just want to know what would be the next step then to get the board to approve that portion.
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Director, but that would be by way of a separate.
A separate sign review. I would encourage the applicant to work with his planner on this. There are limitations in the existing sign code that may prevent those revisions because that pole sign is legal nonconforming.
I do have a question. Is the ultimate goal to retain both signs indefinitely?
That is
Yes.
why the request for the administrative relief to keep both signs is in front of you. Yes.
I was just curious from the applicant's side if they planned on keeping the other one ultimately, even if they were not able to change it to a digital in the future.
They do, and we would still require some documentation from the city that would address why it's not allowed, or if it is allowed. We just need to get an approval either way.
Sure, definitely. Vice Chair, do you have a question?
Yeah, so should we just exclude this from the record that this is part of some future signage?
So it's not part of your action. That's what the memo in your
Yes.
blue folder explains.
Yes.
The page 7 of the exhibit is being stricken from the record as part of this item.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions for the applicant? All right, thank you very much, sir. Oh, one more question. I do have one question. Do you agree to the
Yes.
conditions of approval on this matter?
Yes, I do.
Great, thank you. And with that, we will close the public hearing at 6:34 p.m. Fellow commissioners, any comments or discussion on this matter?
I just want to make a comment that I want to thank the applicant for his patience because he's had to deal with the development to the west. And he was concerned at the last time he came in 2017 about the access. And how did that access work out behind you? Applicant, are you still there? Oh, he's gone.
I believe we moved
Yeah,
on.
okay,
past
but
that.
anyway, it's
But it was excellent. But thank you. Yes.
oh, good. Yeah, well, it's just good to see a plan come together, and thanks for your patience through all this, and I look forward to seeing you keep moving on ahead. You've been there a long time. Thank you.
If nothing else, then there's one resolution for adoption on this matter. Can I please get a motion and a second to adopt a resolution approving plot plan number PLN 20-0135 and administrative relief number PLN 20-0125? Like you guys make those motions before I even finish saying it.
That motion passed 5-0.
Thank you. No discussion items tonight. Moving on to section 11 then, Community Development Director comments. Do you have any comments tonight?
I do. It is my pleasure to introduce the commission and the members of our community to our newest member of the planning department team, our new planning manager, Orlando Hernandez. He joins us from the city of Fontana. He's been with us a couple weeks now, and we're very excited to have him on board. Orlando, would you like to say a few words to the commission?
Thank you. I just want to say thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here today. I'm excited and look forward to working with you. It's nice to see. I had the opportunity to watch previous planning commission meetings. It's nice to see how nice it is that a commission works unified to approve these projects. So I'm happy to be here and excited to work with you. So thank you for allowing me to speak.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Hernandez. Any other comments, Director?
I don't have any other comments, but I'm always happy to answer any questions from the commission.
Is it me or am I seeing new walls going up at the theater? No?
There's not new walls going up. They're doing some work on the existing foam blocks.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Okay.
You're getting off easy tonight. All right.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 12 then. Commissioners, anything to report on committee activities?
I do. It's been a month, I think, since we last left, and during that time, got a chance to attend the virtual Commissioners Academy during that time through the League of Cities, and also attended the AB 1234 class and the sexual harassment course also. So lots of training in the month we've been away. So it's forward.
Good job. How did you enjoy
It was good.
the academy?
It was good. It's always better to kind of meet people in person, but dealing with the circumstances that we have, be looking forward to maybe next year being able to meet and rub elbows with other commissioners.
All right. If nothing else, then moving on to item number 13. Or no, you're good. Item 13. Any requests for future agenda items?
Yes, I have one. I've been noticing and discussing with other people in the city the multitude of gas station and fast food restaurants seeming to fill our retail locations. So like to put it on the agenda as a item for the commission to discuss, not necessarily that we'll be giving staff direction, but just to discuss it publicly and maybe make a statement as to the development community and others that kind of what direction we're looking for. If you look down Newport, across Newport that way, and the other retail locations, they're starting to fill up, and we want to make sure we have a variety of things. So I'd like to agendize that for another commission meeting.
So we'll need a second to take action on adding that.
Do I have a second from a fellow commissioner to add that to a future agenda item?
I'll second.
Director, do we need to take a vote on that, or we just needed just a second to the motion? Okay. So we'll add that to a future agenda. Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Anything else? Nope. With that, then we will adjourn the meeting at 6:40 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.